Hello, and welcome to our garden oasis in the heart of Lagos. This is your ultimate guide to growing and harvesting fresh organic produce all year round, right here in our vibrant city. Over the next few months, we'll dive deep into what to plant and when to plant it, ensuring you get the best yields. We'll offer expert tips and tricks to keep your garden bursting with flavor and color, no matter the season. From the rainy season to the dry season, we've got you covered. So, grab your gardening tools and let's get started on this exciting journey together. January in Lagos, the perfect time to be invigorated by the slight drop in the air. It's also the ideal time to sow hardy vegetables like kale and spinach. February. And the sun is beginning to linger a little longer. Inside on a sunny windowsill, it's time to start sowing tomatoes and peppers, the stars of the summer garden. March has arrived and the soil is warming up, eager to welcome new life. This is the month for peas, carrots and radishes. Don't forget the herbs. Parsley, cilantro, a sprinkle of their fresh flavor will elevate any dish. April in Lagos, and the garden is starting to buzz with life. It's time to get those lettuce, beet and broccoli seedlings out into the open ground, giving them space to stretch and grow. May and the garden is a symphony of growth. Beans climbing skyward, cucumbers sprawling playfully, and the vibrant yellow flowers of squash plants promising a delicious harvest to come. June arrives, bringing with it the heat that tomatoes, peppers and eggplants adore. It's their time to bask in the sunshine and reward you with their vibrant colors and flavors. July in Lagos, and the garden is a tapestry of greens and golds. The vibrant colors reflect the peak of summer, a time when nature is at its most bountiful. The air is filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the hum of busy insects. It's time to think about late-season crops. Pumpkins basking in the sun, their orange hues adding a warm glow to the garden. These hardy plants thrive in the summer heat, preparing to provide a bountiful harvest in the fall. And winter squash developing slowly, their sturdy vines spreading across the soil. These resilient vegetables are a gardener's delight, growing steadily as the days grow shorter. Why not sow another round of beans and carrots? These quick-growing crops can be planted now to ensure fresh produce well into the cooler months. The act of planting seeds is a hopeful gesture, a promise of future abundance. Succession planting ensures a continuous harvest, keeping your garden productive and vibrant. By planning and planting in stages, you can enjoy a steady supply of fresh vegetables throughout the season, making the most of your garden's potential. August, and the intense heat of summer is beginning to soften. The days are still warm, but there's a hint of coolness in the air as the evenings grow longer and the nights become more refreshing. It's time to think about cool season crops like kale, which thrive in the cooler temperatures and can withstand the first frosts of autumn. Spinach with its tender leaves and lettuce, which can be harvested well into the fall, are also excellent choices for this time of year. Tuck a few garlic cloves into the soil. These hardy bulbs will begin to establish themselves over the coming months. By next spring, they'll be ready to reward you with fresh homegrown garlic, a staple in many kitchens. Embrace the change of seasons and prepare your garden for the cooler days ahead. September, and as the rains begin to fall, it's time to give back to the soil. Planting cover crops like clover or beans protects the soil from erosion and adds valuable nutrients. October in Lagos, and the air carries a hint of change. It's the perfect time to plant hardy greens like Swiss chard and collards. November, and the cooler weather is truly upon us. Now's the time to plant winter vegetables like Brussels sprouts and leeks. December, the year's end, a time for reflection and anticipation. Plant winter herbs like rosemary and thyme. Their aromatic leaves a welcome addition to winter stews. Take some time to plan and dream about next year's garden. Well, there we have it, a year in the garden here in Lagos, from those first seedlings to the bountiful harvests. It's been a joy to share the journey with you. Happy gardening, everyone, and here's to a bountiful harvest all year round.